Hello and welcome to episode 1 of 1176 of Anthology show. By 1176, what I'm talking about is a DIY kit. If you don't know what DIY is, means do it yourself kit that I purchased from Hairball Audio, and it's an emulation of a Universal Audio 1176 audio compressor. Now, with this show right here, I will be giving you tutorials of exactly how to assemble and place or where to place components in a PCB, just in case if you try or decide to purchase one. In this episode today, we are talking about the building of the power supply. With this particular kit, it has a selector switch from 230 to 115 or 120. 120 for US standards, 230 usually for European and all over the rest of the world kind of standards for power supply, which is pretty cool because it's universal. So if I wanted to take this compressor and I wanted to record somebody in Britain and now I got on a flight and I wanted to take it with me, I can actually just hit the switch and it'll be okay. So with no further ado, let's get to it. Okay, what's on the screen right now is one of our PCBs and our selector switch from 115 to 230. Since we're in the United States, we're going to keep it at 115. Now we have to match the corresponding connectors where it says 2B, 2A, 2, 1A, 1B with the corresponding PCB. See how it says 2B, 2A? So now we have to make sure that they correspond, because if they don't correspond, then that could lead up to electrical fire. We don't want that. Now that we have them corresponded, now we have to solder them together so they'll stay. So just getting my solder iron, my solder stuff ready. Now the way I like to solder is I like to have the iron on one side, kind of tease the solder a little bit and then bring it around. See how it happens when you heat up one side? It automatically goes around to the other. Now with the directions of this, it's so easy to put it together because the instructions on the website, the Hairball Audio website, was very tedious and straight to the point. Yeah, I'm sorry about the camera. Tried to get it in the center, but wouldn't do it. Now what we did is we connected one of our other connectors to the other side, and now we have like about 6 or 7 solder points that we have to solder in order to stay that way. We had to make sure that it's flipped the other side, other way around. notice how I'm not touching any solder points or anything. I don't want any connection that's not supposed to be there. I want all my connections clean and precise. That's like an 8-pin connector, 7-pin connector right there. Now that's used to transfer the power to the main PCB, that connector right there. Notice how I also cut off the additional length that was with the selector switch. I had to cut that down, trim it down, because once again, we don't want anything touching. We want to make sure that we are extra safe here. We don't want no electrical fires happening. And in case if you're curious, the backing track that you're hearing in the background is something that I've produced. The greatest DAW in the world reason. All right, now we have another connector right here. Three-pin connector. Now that connector right there is the one that we're gonna use to solder it again. Notice how the connectors are both on the same side. Now once again, it's the same process with this, because this is high voltage we're talking about that's gonna come through here. So I have to make sure that these solder points are precise and they're very clean. And around. There you have it, folks. We just soldered both of our connectors and our selector switch. Stay tuned for part 2 of the power supply.